The message that 18-year-old David needs to understand is that love will never make you feel small. Your parents actually aren't loving you the way you deserve to be loved. Your pastor is not loving you the way you deserve to be loved. Your friends aren't loving you the way that you deserve to be loved because they ask you to be small.
I do feel this overwhelming sense of love that I've never experienced from a person, not even my own kids or my husband.
Welcome to a conversation between two friends.
This is Alice.
And I'm David.
And this is Truthfully Yours.
We are by no means experts or teachers, just speaking honestly within the bounds of friendship. If you found your way here, maybe there's something in that honesty meant for you too.
We invite you to lean in, and perhaps you'll recognize your own journey in ours.
What happens when the people meant to love us ask us to be small? In this conversation, Alice and David navigate the deep scars of religious trauma and the healing power of unconditional acceptance. This is Truthfully Yours. Now here are Alice and David.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
18-year-old David.
Okay, in the closet.
Okay.
I believe I did actually join the church at that point. Maybe just graduated college about to.
What do you think 40-year-old David would tell 18-year-old David about how to navigate life so that you can be more true to yourself without that shame piece earlier than how it happened for you?
So I played Little League baseball growing up. Like, my family's obsessed with baseball. And I played ball since I was 3 years old, or I've been watching it. And one of my coaches, when I was 12, 13, my mom sussed out as gay. Wasn't married. He wasn't effeminate.
Yes.
He didn't have any of these qualities. I never noticed it, but I also was so young I didn't really know what that was anyway. But I remember later in life, my mom would kind of mention it. And I remember how, like, he was never, ever going to be, like, invited over or a part of our lives. And that's how my family dealt with gay people growing up. This is a very personal memory of mine, but my parents would travel to the Oregon coast every summer for a holiday. And my sisters were busy with whatever they were doing at that time, and so they didn't go on the trip, but my parents wanted me to go. So we went on this journey, and I remember staying in a cabin right on the coast, like you could walk to the beach, and my parents were checking in and getting all settled, and I walked to the beach to check it out. And I remember two older gay men, like driving in a van or something.
Okay.
And the feelings inside myself were instantly, like, interested. Like, I knew I didn't like girls.
Right.
But I was still very, very young and afraid of everything. And I was probably 16 in my chest, like a wave rising up, like gonna drown me. Here's the point of my whole conversation and why I told these side stories is the message that 18-year-old David needs to understand is that love will never make you feel small. Your parents actually aren't loving you the way you deserve to be loved. Your pastor is not loving you the way you deserve to be loved. Your sisters, your friends, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts aren't loving you the way that you deserve to be loved because they ask you to be small. Because you have zero interest in women. That's the way you were born. It's not a sin like you were told. You were told it's like alcoholism,
right,
drug addiction. As long as you don't engage in the behavior, you're fine. But sexual expression is like on Maslow's hierarchy list of needs, right up there is essential as food and water and shelter. It's part of being human. And so for them to expect me to have a healthy, complete, wholesome upbringing while hiding such a significant part of myself, which honestly didn't affect any one of those people that I just mentioned. I ain't sleeping with anybody in my family or anybody in my church or my friend. Like, no.
Right.
Like, they had nothing to do with that. And so being able to, how do I say this, slip past the defenses of 18-year-old David and deliver a message that in your heart, you know the truth. You just need to learn to trust yourself and not the people telling you that the world is this way because some 2,000, not even that, some 1,200-year-old book says something and they decide to believe this interpretation that came around in, 1947. Like, it's ridiculous. So the message somewhat is just like, trust yourself, believe in yourself. I didn't think being gay was a possibility. I didn't think it could be a reality. Actually, at that time, first coming out, was a very, very happy time for me in terms of, like, I just felt this rush of joy and happiness and love for everybody. Because like I'm the weird one, you know, I'm the queer one. You're weird, you're queer. Hey, cool. Like, let's hang out. Like, and it didn't matter. Yeah. But I will say like, keep in mind, like my pastor of my church at that time found me working on a job site, came up to me and started yelling and screaming in my face about how my mom was rolling over in her grave, about what I was doing, and how, you know, centuries worth of pastors had this message that being gay is a sin,
Right.
and they're wrong. And like, I'm like, sir, I'm at work. Like, that was the environment I grew up in. And I think in his mind, again, he was fighting for his flock.
He
if you
definitely
will.
wasn't fighting for Jesus, I'll tell you that.
The Jesus
not.
that he thinks he knows.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, there's definitely some feelings about religion and
Right.
Religious people.
So when you say love shouldn't make you feel so small, I always think love shouldn't be so hard.
I think humans in general are engineered to love and connect. Like, that's how I feel.
Right.
Like, when I'm at my truest, authentic self, it's love. It's an overpouring of love.
Yes.
For who you are and all of your struggles that you've
Right.
gone through. And gosh, I'm so sorry you had to live through that.
Right.
You deserved it better.
Right.
And guess what? We can give ourselves better.
Well, I think part of the whole healing journey that a lot of people go on is it comes back to self-love, right? Because you can't heal unless you learn how to self-love, like either forgive yourself or learn how to not live in regret or shame. And I know for myself, I just think I focus so much on loving others at the detriment of not loving myself.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? That's the self-betrayal part.
We only have so much bandwidth, right?
Right.
Like, think of our energies like a hourglass.
Right.
Like, it's limited.
Right.
And love is unlimited.
Right.
To me, I see love as the source to tap into.
Yes.
Like, it's not you, it's not me, but it's a way of looking at everything that comes my way or that I view in life. And so if I can tap into that, I can love you just as much as I love myself. I struggle so much. The universe has really designed anything for us. Like, I know you're more of a believer in God.
Right. I don't want to bring religion into this because I'm not trying to convince anybody, but I will just say in my own personal journey of faith that I do feel like I'm unconditionally loved by the God of the universe, even though I don't go to church. And that is sustaining to me, that no matter what I do, even when I think bad thoughts, even when I do bad things, even when I know I'm doing something bad, it's kind of like, how can I say this? It's because I had such a shitty dad that I do feel this overwhelming sense of love that I've never experienced from a person, not even my own kids or my husband, that makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. And some people say that's source, some people call it the universe, but for me, I call him God. It's such a comforting feeling knowing that no matter how fucked up I am, I'm going to be okay. And there's somebody that says, it's okay.
Yeah, there's always the chance to make it better.
It will not just, even if I don't make it better, that I'm going to be loved in my most ugly moments,
Yes.
even if I don't ever change.
And it may be like kind of a tough love. Like, tough love would be, you know, I don't know, you get visited by 3 ghosts of Christmas past or something at night and you realize, like, hey, I'm kind of a turd. I should change my ways. That's still love.
What propels me to live a life where I recognize us as all just being humans, just trying to do the best we can, but wanting to do good as a human being is because of this love, because I feel like, oh, I want to share this love with other people.
Yes.
In a way of like being empathetic,
Yes.
being compassionate, giving of my resources when I can. And sometimes even give of my resources when I can't. I think none of us know there's no manual of how to love. From the time we're born, right? Sometimes some of us are lucky enough to have parents who are very caring and nurturing and loving. Other times we're not.
Yeah.
So
And each presents its challenges in life.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's this journey of what it means. I think it's a lot easier to love others. But if I'm being truly honest, is it being loving, or is it just over giving and doing things so you feel accepted and and feel some way about it, but it might not be the most honest version of love, right? It's something else. It could be codependency, actually, now that I think about it, right? Because you're in the cycle of, if I do this, they'll provide this for me, and then you just go.
Or just in my case, oh, you owe me. You have to at least think I'm cool.
Well, it's transactional.
Yes, and love, I think, is not transactional.
It's very transactional.
Love can't be transactional.
Versus this kind of love.
It's a true source of love, anyway.
Right. Where you just feel so unconditionally accepted for everything.
Go out there and make a mistake. Oops. I'm human, but I still love myself.
Right.
You know, what a cute little human over there making a mistake. Like, they'll learn next time. It's okay. Like, having that mindset instead of being like, fuck, I made a mistake. Like, I better not tell anyone. Let me bury this with shame.
Right.
You know, and like, what a horrible person I am. Now I have to live with myself like this. And it's like, bro, you made a mistake. Like, we all do.
I think the closest version of love that I have come to understand it would have to be, and I'm sorry, you're not a woman, but when you give birth to especially your first child,
Yeah.
the moment you hold that baby, if you adopt, same thing, right? But when you know it's your child,
Yeah.
something unlocks in you that you did not know was in there.
Wow.
Like, you would kill for that baby. You
Yes.
would like, you would lay your life down for that baby,
Yes.
right? And that was something that was so shocking to me. Now, whether you're a good, loving parent going forward, that's
Well, you can only love how you've learned to love.
right. But there is something so raw,
Yeah.
right, and primitive. It's super fascinating and not.
I think I'm not a woman. I've never given
Right.
birth, thankfully.
But you have nieces.
Oh my God.
Are very.
Yeah, I would kill for them.
Yes.
But here's the thing. I try to look at humans as little 2-year-olds, like fully deserving of love. Like they're having a tantrum. Oh, they need more love. Like they do not need to be like whooped, put in a corner, locked in a cage, like all of these things, you know. And yet we do that with each other. And I would say myself now, I think I've come to understand the complexities and the nuances of being a human, especially in this era. And how, honestly, we're all needed. We all are.
Yes.
Even the Grinches of
Right.
the world, even my pastor, if he's still the same, like, he taught me a lesson of who not to be.
Yes.
And I'll be forever grateful for that,
Yes.
because I will never be that person. I won't. I would die before I became that person.
Yes.
I really, truly would. And so I can always say thank you to him for at least that. And the complex lesson of how sometimes trying to express love in the way that you think it's love on someone else can be so completely wrong. And how important it is to be really sensitive and listen, like care about what other people say and express and do, and when feedback is given, take it to heart and try to do better the next time. And I think, tying back to that message, you asked me what would 40-year-old David say to 18-year-old David, and I had said that, like, you know, true love never makes you feel small. I think maybe an even more important message is just simply everything will be okay.
Yes, I agree.
Because from then, from that knowledge stems the pathway to love.
But truly believing that, and I'm not talking about self-affirmations like, oh, everything's going to be okay, No. I'm just talking about really believing that in your core. Because if you really believe that in your core, it will give you the grace and the courage to just move forward in life every day, knowing everything is going to be okay. Even when hard things happen, it's going to be okay. Well, I think this is a good place to close.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, subscribe to Truthfully Yours wherever you get your podcasts. We'd love for you to share this with someone who might need to hear it. New episodes weekly on Thursdays. For more about the show and Alice and David, visit truthfullyyours.com.